You guys are live, and I'm going to make Andy the host,
Brett's
change
gonna
host.
Brett's calling a good game right now for scripted 10 plays.
Andrew is the host, and I will see you motherfuckers later. Peace out.
Peace.
Love
Oh,
you, Brett.
and Axel told me just to keep recording and we don't have to stop and
Yeah, don't.
redo.
Okay.
I'll
So
just
I'll
cut it.
do it. We'll do an outro. We'll do Brett's Welcome to East Franklin
Yep.
Street, and then we'll just pause and start anew for
That sounds
a
good.
love seat.
Back again.
Oh
That's
no!
good.
Oh God. Here we
Oh my
go.
Bye,
God!
guys.
Axel Nicholson.
Yeah, get out of here so you can listen to us in the shower, Axel, like you wanted to
Yeah,
do.
you and Chris Sims. Yeah,
Well, damn. I was
exactly.
trying to change my background, but I give up.
No, you
I'll do
It's
it.
can't.
still good.
This is great. You're in the Sun Bowl. Again on 1982.
Is that still Lambo? The picture of Lambo from last week?
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of looks. It's got the Fenway Park. He's back. You
Don't
can't
forget to
leave us.
record it.
Right.
I'll hit record right now.
Oh,
Solo, you ready?
Wait, I can just, you know what?
No.
I can
Yeah.
also record it here, but I don't think I dumped my file from the other day. You guys record it, just send me the file. Or is it easier for you not to have to send me the file, Ando? Yeah, I don't want to
It
make you have to do
it
work.
takes
Just
like
dump
5 minutes. It's not real hard.
We can just wait for you to dump it.
Yeah, let me just dump it.
Just dump it.
Let me dump it real quick. Then you don't have to do anything, Ando. And
Zach and Mary.
when you guys are done, I have.
I'll record it either way, just because it's nice to have a backup. But
Yes. And Brett. Oh, Brett. Good call on that one. Good play you just called. 3rd and 2. Little
didn't
play
see that
action.
coming. Yeah, didn't see it coming.
Nice shot to the flat. I
I
like it.
usually just like to let the crowd noise take over. So
Less is more. That's a good idea.
Oh, is this week 10 or 11?
11.
Week 11. We're going to talk about week 10, but week 11 is the
10 wrap, 11 pre.
Okay. There we go. Done. Oh, that came out. Yeah, that's out. Okay. This is going to go to. Hold on. There.
Solo, coming up with these questions is harder than I thought. I put a lot of thought into that, actually.
yeah.
That goes to there.
It's tough
All right.
when it's the same team, like again playing someone. I
Uh-huh.
like when it's new because you can kind of.
Yep. I probably overdid it like I overdo everything, but that's
Here we
okay.
go.
It's an 8-part question. Number
All
one.
right, you guys sound great. So I'm going to start. I've started the recording, so you guys are good to do whatever you want
Load
to do.
film now. Okay, cool.
You ready?
You
I
wanna
will start
start,
on this
Ando?
one too. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's. You want to start this thing, fellas?
Let's do it.
Let's do
All
it.
right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Jonathan Taylor brings down the wall. The Jags played some crappy ball. Bunny Colvin and the Bucks defense couldn't stop May and the Pats. The Bills just showed up flat. Oh, and then I got another Bills one. The Bills didn't show up for work. Bryce Young played like a 90-year-old Captain James T. Kirk. The Jets surprise. The Jets surprise. The Falcons die, and the Broncos survive. Next on Around the Couch. Welcome back, everyone, to Around the Couch, brought to you by the DVR Podcasting Network. I'm your host, Heath Solo, and with me today is Ando and Brett. Axel is on assignment, so it's just going to be the three of us. And remember, you can go to dvrpodcast.com and check out all the stuff we have done in the past, the future, the present. We got a little Mayor of Kingstown we're covering right now, season 4. That's a hoot. We got a lot of good stuff on the Patreon. Patreon.com/DVR. And for a couple bucks a month, you can be an exclusive member of the DVR podcast world. You get ad-free, you get exclusives, you get access to our whole catalog. It's a lot of fun. Me and Ando, we released a Not Important film list a couple of weeks ago. We're going to start recording the new season and banking some. So we're going to have film lists for you where I count down my top 2,000 favorite films. And I want to also thank the newest patrons. Thank you. I don't have the names in front of me. I totally forgot to look that up, but you know who you are. Thank you so much for making this community grow. All right, guys. So we're going to be talking the back end of what happened in week 10 and moving on to week 11, do our picks. And we're also going to have in a special pod, guys, as you know, a lot of listeners know about the love seat, is where we move over to the love seat. Axel usually leaves, and the three of us talk college football and sometimes Canadian football if my team's doing well. So it's going to be an exclusive pod that'll be dropped after this pod. So it'll be separate. So if you want to hear our first real big takes of the college football season, you're definitely going to want to hear that, and some jingles by Brett, hopefully. All right, Brett, how you doing, buddy? I know it was a tough loss for the Falcons. You've been trying to get them on the they will not make the playoffs. What is it? What do we call that, Ando? That
cross-off list?
The cross-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might have a case this week. Since Axel's not here, it only take three of us. So we could do like 10 teams if you want. The teacher isn't here. The sub is in. That's me. Run rampant. No. So how you feeling? And how was your weekend of football?
I'm actually doing pretty well, Heath. Thanks for asking. I think the rule of the scratch off is once it's on the list, it can't come off, which I don't know what the consequence is if one of those teams does make the playoffs, but that's never happened before in the history of Around the Couch, since this is the first year we've done this list. But basically, when I suggested the Falcons a couple of weeks ago, I'm all in on them not making the playoffs. I'm not going to like backtrack. So it's going to be on the table every single week from here on out for you guys to vote on. I'm feeling even better about that pick now after the last 2 weeks. Both of those were excruciating losses, but losses that are well-deserved. I can get into a little bit more later, but the clock management was a disaster. The offense is, despite all of the superstars not clicking at all, and it is what it is. But I'm still loving the NFL season.
Excellent. Ando.
Yeah.
Who would have thought the Jets is the only team? Well, the Cowboys are on a bye, but I consider that a loss anyway because they would have lost. If there was a record for during the bye week, they would lose every week. But the Jets won again. But I know it was a tough one with the Vikes.
You know, the Vikings and the Falcons have a lot of similarities this year. And there's a lot of games that both of these teams should have probably won. And ours isn't so much coaching issues. It's just not making the plays at the right time and not having the right breaks go at the right way. I mean, it was another game where it was more a glimpse of the future. I mean, JJ McCarthy in Minnesota obviously has been a massive talking point. So he's showing flashes, but it's been a long time since we've had a rookie quarterback here. So a lot of people forget what the ups and downs of a rookie quarterback are. I mean, we've had so many
100%.
hired guns. Like the last one we drafted, I think, was Christian Ponder.
Yeah.
I mean, like a high pick. So it's been a long time. So there's been a lot of interesting conversations I've had personally with people. They're like, oh, we should dump him because they're expecting, like JJ is still the youngest quarterback in the league. So it's just the growing pains thing. So I'm still optimistic. I'm starting to lose hope for this season that anything's going to happen, but they're still not dead. I mean, they're still alive and their defense is still good. So my optimism is flailing a little bit, but the other thing with it, just like an overall with the league this week, even more than most, proves that there are no dominant teams. Every team has got flaws, and it's going to either be about matchups or who gets the right breaks at the right time. I think is going to be the rest of this season. I mean, those seasons already went like that, but I think even more so at this point. So, what do you think?
No, you're right. You're right, Ando. And I think just the Vikings fans out there who are listening, remember, JJ McCarthy. Not only is he young, he missed a year of football. And he missed most of this season. I know you want to win now, which is understandable, and because of what the Darnold thing happened last year, but you lost the playoffs. Now Darnold's looking amazing. And remember, guys, it's still Sam Darnold. Wait to the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say. You got a bright future in JJ. I guarantee you he's going to make huge strides next season. So be patient, because I really think they do have a quarterback there. Do you think? What do you think, Brad? I like the kid so much. I'm rooting for him, but I do see flashes, like some of his throws and stuff.
Yeah.
I think he does have it.
I agree. Now that he's no longer at Michigan, I'm allowed to like him. So,
Can't wait for the
you're
love
not going
seat
to
tonight.
It's going to be good.
The rankings, Brett's ranking is going to be Georgia, Georgia State,
Georgia Tech,
Georgia Community College.
You'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Um,
Evansville. I don't even know if Evansville is in that. Athens,
Kennesaw.
Oh, Kennesaw.
Kennesaw. There we go.
Anyway,
that's a cool name. Anyway,
basically, I agree with you. He's been injured the last couple of years. You're not even going to know how injured he was until next year when he's healthy. It's one of those things where you think he might be healthy the last 8 games of the year, but next year is when you'll actually see, the healthy version, and it's probably going to be different than the version you see this year. So yeah, I'm definitely optimistic for JJ.
And get him a running back. Get him a young stud running back if you can.
Yeah,
it helps tremendously.
Yep.
So guys, I just want to go in this thing called the red zone.
Red zone.
Hey now. I might be a little slow tonight. It's been a long end of the year.
I guarantee I'm going to be slow, so
so if you're listening on your iPod or you can just speed it up, whatever. You speed it up a little bit, and then it'll be normal.
Yeah, put it at 1.5 speed.
So
it'll be great.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed with watching football this weekend, and the first thing I want to say is the letdown teams. And what I mean, it's that those teams, and we know those teams, one week look great, like Steelers beating the Colts, and you're like, oh my God. Then the next week they lay an egg against the Chargers, whose offensive line is crap and whatever, but their defense shows up. That happened. The Bills, I still can't figure out the damn Bills, because this is the least consistent we've seen them in a long time, in years, when Josh Allen started to become Josh Allen. So it's like, oh, they had one bad game, or they didn't play to their opponents, or they just barely did, but they're losing some games that you're like, wait a second, they're not even showing up.
They still only have the Chiefs as their only win that's against a team that's even going to sniff the playoffs this year. So I'm still not sold on the Bills this year.
Yeah, the Falcons beat them, the Dolphins. The Saints hung with them for a little bit, and
I would say Baltimore is a potential playoff team that they have beaten.
I forgot about Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah. The Bills have definitely had a few stinkers this year, but all that really matters is if you're clicking going into the playoffs. So as long as they don't screw it up so bad that they miss the playoffs, I still feel pretty good about this team. They have, 7 games left to figure it out. They're far from out of it.
Yeah. It's weird. It's just like through the years with the Bills and the Patriots going to Miami, like it's a divisional game. I get it. And we thought Miami was done, but they're fighting still. Even without Tyreek Hill, they are fighting. They're getting great. Devon Achane is healthy, and
that's the thing. They've got guys on that team
instead of Lafua, Tua, whatever. But anyway,
they got guys that can make big plays. It's really not surprising to me anytime the Dolphins do good. It's just they don't do good. So they're just such a weird team.
Think about the teams, guys, that traded away their top defensive guy, and then they won this week, like the Jets. Granted, they beat the Browns, but they still beat an NFL team.
Yeah.
The Dolphins beating the Bills. It was just like the Bills were just so flat and like didn't want to be there. And that could have been a letdown from a big win over the Chiefs. See, that happens. And look at teams like the Panthers, the Jags, who you're like, and then they start winning, and they're like, oh, maybe. And then they had a week and the Jags gave that up to Davis Mills.
Oh, God.
That game against the Texans. What the hell? I mean, so
Ugh.
and then the Panthers lose at home to the Saints. I mean, how, Tyler Shuck or Shook or Show or whatever his
I
name
thought
is.
Slough
Kind of
House,
liked
isn't it?
him.
Is that what we're gonna call him? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Slough House. I kind of like that kid. But that's the thing, guys, with the Saints. So what if Slough House does well, but you're still kind of like, is he our franchise? And then they get like a top 2 pick. Do they go and draft a quarterback, or they go at Slough House?
You
Unless
can't
the
go
class,
wrong drafting a quarterback.
yeah, yeah. Unless the class of quarterbacks is really terrible, you're dumb to not take one when you got a top 5 pick. I think, unless they're all rated poorly and there's nobody you like. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting if this, because a guy like Slough House, it's like he could show flashes, but you really don't know until he gets probably more playing time than they probably want to give him. But if he can hang this season with this crappy team, I don't know. But is there another player that's not a quarterback that would change your franchise? You gotta. I mean,
well, and in the Saints case too, it's not like they have a lot of draft capital invested in their quarterbacks. I mean, those Rattler and him were not exactly top
they
round
were number
draft picks.
twos. I think
So
twos, right? Both
Rattler,
twos,
I
or
think, is
Rattler
like
was a
4th or
third.
5th round. Yeah,
Oh, was he
he's
that late?
even. Yeah, he's even
Oh,
later.
okay.
So, I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah,
why would you not take a potential superstar if you think
that's
one's there?
true. When because that's one way to look at it, is the second round pick, unless all of a sudden Slough House took him to the playoffs, then they'd be like, okay, maybe this is our guy, but that ain't happening this year, of course. So, but yeah, I mean, but then if you have Slough House too, and the rookie's not ready, or you have him cheaply as a backup, so that's
Yeah, he was a second round 2 pick 40. So he's that's a little higher pick, I guess, but
yeah,
still.
We'll just have to see what the draft board looks like. There could be a can't. Occasionally, there's just a can't miss player. He's going to hit
yeah,
up there that high that defensive or offensive lineman, linebacker, whatever that they may go for. So we'll just have to see who's coming out.
yeah. So I also wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure. Okay. So in the the Patriots Bucks game, so there's like 45 seconds left in the first half. Patriots have it 1st and goal, and I guess I don't think the Bucks had any more timeouts or had one or something. And on 1st down, they just like kneeled it, and they didn't, because they wanted to kill the time so they could control it. And their touchdown, they wanted literally to score with no time left. And it literally came to 4th and goal, and they threw a fade to Diggs, and he happened to catch the touchdown. But everyone was like, Vrabel's a genius or whatever. And I'm like, it's a tough one. There's no guarantee you're going to score. Why?
Yeah.
It's 40 seconds left. You should trust your defense. Why that big of a gamble? That really could have cost them.
Sounds like he's playing Madden football too much. That's the kind of crap I play.
Or him and Dan Campbell are
PlayStation.
hanging out.
Well, yeah.
Which I'd like to be.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
It was just, I was shocked by it.
Yeah, that was shocking. The Falcons Colts game had a very similar situation where the Falcons had 1st and goal from like the 1 or 2 and punched it in on 1st down with less than a minute left. And I was thinking in my mind, and this was before the Bucks Pats game. Do you kneel? You can't kneel down because you're trailing at that point. But you almost want to make sure you don't leave any time left on the clock, which, as it turns out, you did, and you lost.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
there's many other reasons.
And
why
I
you
could
lost,
see,
but
I could see doing that in the end of the game more than at halftime, because at halftime you still got more time. At the end of the game, like you say, if you leave time on the clock, they could march down and score and tie or win or something. But at halftime, if you leave an extra clock, every extra time, why bother waiting at halftime, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I totally understand the end of the game, because you're seeing how the game. And if you're like perfect example, that Cowboys Packers game. It's just like you leave 10 seconds on, and you could. But what's really interesting, just like for me, is if that was the Dallas Cowboys, okay, and they did that 1st down, take a knee, then I'd be like, you know what's going to fucking happen on the second go? They're going to get a penalty, a false start, or a hold, or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, it happens all the time, and then
Yeah.
you're really screwed. So I guess Vrabel's a little. I guess that team's more disciplined, but what if a penalty happens? Then you're. I mean, so
I guess he
I don't
was just
know.
confident that that wasn't going to happen. I would
Yeah,
not be
guess.
confident.
No, I couldn't be that confident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't see that second quarter of that game. I didn't realize that had happened. That's interesting.
Yeah, that I was watching that and I couldn't believe my eyes because I wanted to see what happened. And you know, if any of the Dallas Barry Switzer or Mike McCarthy would have done that and not scored, they would have been fired, you know. So, but
Or if they would have done that, Jerry Jones would have kept them for 3 more years and then fired them.
oh no, that's only if you're Jason Garrett.
Oh,
He'll keep you.
sorry.
Yeah.
He kept McCarthy for longer than he should have too, though, didn't he? Maybe not that much longer.
No. It was 40. I think it was 4 years. There was the 2020 crap season where they got hurt, Dak got hurt and everything. And then
Oh yeah.
I think they had 3 11+ win seasons.
Oh yeah, they
but
had a
lost
couple
in the playoffs.
Yeah, a couple great seasons. Regular season's great. Anyways.
Regular seasons, and then the Niners beat them twice, and the Packers destroyed them. So
Yep.
that was, you know. Do you guys have? I mean, the one thing I want to mention is with the Jets. So they get what, a kick return for a touchdown, 3 and out, a punt. Then they ran a punt for a touchdown. They scored 2 special teams touchdowns the 2 times the offense touched the ball.
Oh God. They won a game with Justin Fields throwing for 54 yards.
Ugh, that was disgusting.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
What is this league? Guys, this league is so weird now. It's weirder than before. I mean, you got what, 2 teams? You got 3 blowouts in the late games, and it was like 44-22 or whatever, like same score. It was bizarre.
You know what? I didn't even look at that box score. The 54 yards, 42 of that came on a screen pass to Breece Hall. So 12 yards that weren't a screen pass from Justin Fields.
They had like net, because with sacks and everything, like negative at the half or after the first quarter. I forget what it was. I was like, wait, what? And there it's 14 or whatever the score was. And I'm like,
wow.
I think Bill Simmons even said, do Jets and Browns fans watch this game?
It's tough.
And
I feel bad for Axel. Axel, I know you're listening right now. I feel bad for you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, but I think if you're diehard like us, you do. Like, there were so many lean Cowboys. I remember around the end of Tom Landry and then the beginning of Jimmy Johnson's era, it was bad. But I watched every game. I remember that 1 in 15 year when we beat the Redskins on a Sunday night ESPN football. I was down in my basement. I had like this awesome like pizza from a bakery. They're like cut and square. That's like true. Oh God, I'm getting hungry. And I was watching it, and it was Paul Palmer we had got from the Chiefs, and he was our big running back,
God.
and Moose Johnston, and like Steve Walsh was the quarterback. I remember getting so excited for that one win, but again, I was a kid then versus now, where it's like, but I don't know. I still watch.
Well, and I see there is a lot to look forward to when you get a lot of high draft picks, and so I mean the future's not completely dark in New York Jetville. It's just
no. It's just
just a long season this year.
They won, but you know what? Even Axel, I think, mentioned to us on a text change something. Did anyone tell the Jets like don't win? But
yeah, this
is the thing with that, because it's for hire, but I think because it's your first year coach, you have to establish some winning. You have to. I know you want that first or second pick to get a quarterback, but I think it's important if they go 2-14. Great high draft pick, but then
there's still a lot of guys that are still playing. I mean, now most of those guys aren't high contract guys. There are a lot of guys playing for their jobs, playing for auditioning for other teams. Yeah. I don't know if you're in the NFL why you wouldn't try and win every game, especially if you're a player.
Again, and I bring this up, I think, every year on the film list. You can check out the film list podcasts on its own feed. Me and Ando talking films. And just if I didn't mention it, we live stream YouTube Live when we do this pod. We usually Wednesdays around 6:30 or 7 is when we kind of do it. So if you're Pacific time. So if you're a YouTuber or like the YouTube and want to check us out live.
You can heckle us live in the comments. We may not read the comments, but you can.
Yeah, it may take us
you can vent.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Depends how many plays Brett's calling at Lambeau in the Sun Bowl.
Yes.
But so yeah, it's an interesting season, and then all the field goals, the long field goals happening. But these teams finally going back to the running game. I've been calling for that for how long, guys, and it makes me so happy because I love a good balanced game. I don't just like throwing all the time. I love seeing hard runs, and I find myself, especially watching college balls, I'm always attached to a few running backs and a couple quarterbacks, and I follow them if they're not on my team. So like last year, Ashton Genty was a big. Him and actually Jackson Dart were two guys. Sorry, Brett. Were two guys I did like to watch, and Carson Beck because he was my nephew, but then now he pissed me off this year with the Canes. No Christmas presents for my nephew. No, just kidding, Carson.
He's been excommunicated from the family.
Yeah, Jesus. But as you can see, I want to talk more college right now, but I got to stop.
We'll get to it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we will get to. All right, guys. I think that's good for the red zone today. Why don't we get into the L pick section where we go through the games, some in depth, some couple of one-liners. We pick the games, and we have this new thing that Axel came up with. Brilliant is we talk about select games, and then we have 3 questions for those games, and we go around the couch and stuff. So it's kind of fun. And Ando might have some trivia too for us. So there's a lot happening. Axel's not here. We can party, guys, like it's 1990. And so, Ando, take it away. Let's go through our awful records. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was just not good last week. Heath, myself, and Axel all had 6 wins. Brett had 4. Brett did finish the week strong, won the last 3.
Oh, he did,
so
yeah.
Brett was cruising for a really record you don't want to have, and he pulled out of the nosedive right at the end. So good job, Brett. I was a little worried. I didn't want you to get that record.
Thank you. It was a close call.
Yeah, it was a very close call. So,
oh yeah, I was like 1-7 at one point watching the game. I'm like, am I gonna be 1-7? I think I was like.
Well, I told you it's dangerous when you make so many picks the same as me, Solo. You're cruising for a bruising when you do that.
Yeah, that was
so. You're up 9 games again on Brett and Axel, Solo, and I'm 13 back. So we haven't really. There's still a wide gap, but we'll see if that changes this week. So
yeah.
So let's before we get into this, I'm going to do a couple trivia things first because they didn't quite fit in with the speed round portion.
Okay.
So the first one, and some of these are some milestone things. So the first one's a 2-part Lamar Jackson trivia question. He just had his 100th career start last week. In those 100 starts, the Ravens have scored 2,883 points. It's the highest of any quarterback ever in their first 100 starts. Who is number 2 and number 3? Most points scored by an offense after your first 100 starts.
First 100.
Wow. I would lean recent, like maybe Peyton Manning.
I kind of want to go back. I almost want to say Dan Marino because I know they were high flying, but I don't know. 100 starts is what, like 6 or 7 seasons or.
Number 2 is Aaron Rodgers, and number 3 is Patrick Mahomes. So Brett was right; they are very recent. The second part, Lamar Jackson also has the fewest interceptions thrown in any quarterback's first 100 starts. Only 50 interceptions in his career. Whose record did he break?
I have no idea.
Patrick Mahomes.
Aaron Rodgers.
I knew it was one of them.
I had to get it when some of Aaron Rodgers' records get broken. I have to say I'm contractually obligated to trash Aaron Rodgers a little bit. So, and since he's out with a concussion and not starting this week, Jackson Dart has 6 rushing touchdowns in his first 7 starts. Who's the only quarterback in league history to have more in his first 7 starts?
His first 7 starts. I'm going to say Cam Newton.
Ooh. Patrick Mahomes.
Cam Newton is the correct answer.
Hey! I just want to show you my Doug Flutie New Jersey Generals jersey. Is the jersey of the week.
And I'm going to do one more trivia about Jonathan Taylor, the fourth player to ever have 200 plus rushing yards and 3 touchdowns in a game twice. Who are the other 3 running backs that have done this? More than one
What is
time
it?
rushing for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh,
Wow.
and just to do it twice in one season, or
No, just
twice
twice in their
ever?
career, twice ever.
Okay. I'm gonna say is Jermaine Lewis, one of them. Is that
Nope.
oh, Jamal Lewis? Jamal
Nope.
Lewis? No. Okay.
2
Marshawn
of them.
Lynch.
No, that's a good guess though. I like that Lynch one. 2 of them are in the Hall of Fame. One of them is not yet.
Uh, Barry Sanders.
Nope.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good guess too.
But I don't
The
think
one,
he's under 200.
the one that is not in there yet that will be is Derrick Henry.
Oh,
The other 2 are Adrian Peterson and Jim Brown.
oh Jesus.
So
Why don't I always
Jonathan
default
Taylor
to
is in
Jim
some pretty good company with
Wow.
those 4 guys.
That's
So,
pretty amazing.
so yes, now let's move on to the picks for this week. We have 2 buys, the Colts and the Saints this week. And first up, the game of the week, I would argue, is the Seattle Seahawks at 7-2 and the 7-2 Los Angeles Rams battle for first place in the West. And I am going to do the 3 questions on this one for tonight. So here we go. Okay. This is the first time these 2 teams have sorry, that's the last one. Matt Stafford is the first player in NFL history with 4 touchdowns passing and 0 picks in 3 straight games. He's also the first quarterback in NFL history to have 20 plus touchdown passes and 0 interceptions in a 6-game span. Sam Darnold is averaging 9.9 passing yards per attempt this season, per passing attempt, which would be the most in any player in the Super Bowl era ever. He also, as flawed as Pro Football Focus is, they have him ranked in the number 1 in the NFL in the following categories: 10-yard passes versus the blitz versus single coverage, passing out of a clean pocket, and using play action. DraftKings now has Stafford as the best odds to an MVP, and Darnold has moved up to 6th best odds. Brett, can either of these 2, or will one of these 2, win MVP this season?
Damn. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Stafford wins, but I'm going to say no. There's too many other guys out there.
I'm going to say yes, but Matthew Stafford. I don't think Darnold will win the MVP. I think Stafford has a real shot because of his, again, it's not just the best player sometimes. It's a lot of things from the past, things that, So I think Stafford, if the Rams keep it up and get a top 2 seed, he'll be the MVP.
That's what I think. I think Stafford could too. I would love to see Darnold do it because I still think he's underrated. Just after watching him
Oh,
all
it'd be
last year,
great. It'd be
I think
great.
he's so underrated, but I don't
just
think
can't
people are ready
see
to give
him.
him credit.
They're going to give the defense credit before they
Yep.
give him credit.
Question number 2. With 1 catch on Sunday, Davante Adams will have his 1,000th career reception. He will tie Hines Ward on the all-time receptions list. He is also currently 19th on the all-time receiving yardage list. He can pass Andre Reed this week, could pass Julio Jones, Henry Ellard, and Anquan Bolden if he finishes strong. He also just passed Tony Gonzalez for 8th all-time on the TD reception list. He has 6 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pros. Is Davante Adams a first ballot Hall of Famer, or does he need more to add to his resume to get to that level?
He should be, but with the way the NFL rules are, I think it's going to be hard for a wide receiver to get in on the first ballot.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Brett. I think he needs a little more longevity. He needs to. He's having definitely a better year with Stafford. He needs to put together, I think, at least a couple of more of those years in his early to mid 30s, and there's potential there.
I think what he really needs is a Super Bowl ring, because he doesn't. He's been to a bunch of NFC Championships games, never been to a Super Bowl. Never. I think that would
help. I mean, that would help
a lot too. But
yeah,
I didn't realize how great of a career he has actually had. I didn't really. I mean, he's also played with some great quarterbacks over the years. That helps,
right. Yeah.
Okay, final question before we pick. Both teams are 7-2, tied for the top of the West. The Rams have allowed the 2nd lowest amount of points per game. The Seahawks have allowed the 5th lowest amount of points per game. So 2 top 5 defenses. The Seahawks have the third highest scoring offense. The Rams have the fifth highest scoring offense. Two top five offenses. My question is, did this sneakily become of the game of the season so far?
Ooh. Sounds like it when you list off those stats. I wouldn't have said so, but
I wouldn't
man,
either, but when you look at it, damn. Sorry, go Brett.
yeah, no, I'd say sure.
Yeah, it's funny because when you think Rams Seahawks, there's no history there. If this was, Bears Packers, right? It'd be like, and if they were having the great years because they have the history, there's no history. There's not too much history there because Seahawks were in the AFC for so long. So they don't have a huge history there. But I think if you just take what's been going on in the modern NFL, not since 1970, but like in the last, say, 5 years chunk, these teams, I mean, they're playing so well. I think it is. I'm not going to give it number one just yet, but I'm going to say 2 or 3 because I still think a Chiefs Mahomes versus a Lions, or I mean, you look at the Eagles Packers game Monday night, that was crap. I mean, we didn't talk about that.
And some of it's going to depend on how this game is. I mean, if this game is a great
I know,
game,
but going in, I think your question should be more of probably going into it. I mean, yeah, if it becomes one of the greatest games ever
well,
played,
yeah, I should say most anticipated, or
it's got to be anticipated. I think proper NFL fans are going to watch this game, even if they're in team, they don't have team affiliates.
I think you mentioned something interesting too when you say these teams really don't have a history, because they've both been really good in recent years, but I don't think ever at the same time. So it's not like the Seahawks and the Rams were ever both good at the same time, so they didn't have, at least unless I'm forgetting something. But like when the
I'm
Seahawks were
sure
going to
there
their
was.
Super Bowls, the Rams weren't very good, and when the Greatest Show on Turf was going on, the Seahawks weren't
Yeah, I think
anything
with
special.
the Matt Hasselbeck era, when they kind of went on that run and they went to a Super Bowl, I wonder if that was the end of the Rams. Yeah, that was probably Mark Bulger Rams, right? Not Kurt Warner Rams
That'd be
anymore.
my guess, yeah. So either way,
So
I thought
they
this
had a
game
couple.
was,
I remember the one
yeah,
year when they were all under 500 and they were fighting. I think
uh-huh.
they might have had a game that it was a Sunday night flex game for the division. I want to say Seahawks Rams or something, and that's when I think the Saints and Seahawks played that year. The Marshawn Lynch.
God damn.
No,
Your memory never ceases to amaze me so.
yeah, I can't believe I remember that. It's going, but at least I still got some. But yeah, you're right. But there's not a lot. Yeah.
I was more I thought about this game and heard about this game. I'm like, damn, this could be a really awesome game because these teams, and I think playing out west, most of the media doesn't really give them the same attention they do to those East
It
Coast
doesn't.
teams.
It's not sexy, but once you start watching the game, you're going to be like, why haven't I been watching these teams?
Yeah,
I mean, Stafford, Puka, Williams, the studs, verse, etc. on defense. The Seahawks. I mean, you got the Legion of the Boom Jr. going on right now, and Sam Darnold. What a story,
it reminds me a little bit like when the Vikings and the Lions played last year when they were both awesome teams and had great records, and everybody that wasn't an NFL fan was like, oh, who cares? So it seems a lot like that kind of a thing.
Yeah,
so,
but yeah. All right, let's pick this.
This game, the Rams are favored by 3, and Axel goes first, who is not here, so we all know his picks anyways. I'm second, Solo's third, Brett is fourth. Axel takes the Seahawks, and so do I.
I'm going hometown Rams here, folks. I think it's going to be a better. I think the Rams are going to beat them at home. If this was in Seattle, I'd be going the other way. But give me the Rams.
I'll take Seattle.
You'll take Seattle.
Ooh, Revis Silence. I like it.
Brett, are you logged on to the doc?
Yes, hang on. Yeah, just
Can you like the new job that we negotiated for you to get you more money, and now you can't even do it?
He's holding out already, Solo.
Jeez, Louise Dreyfus. Brett, you act different when Axel's not here.
Okay, next up.
Oh, Bucks Bills.
We have the 6-3 Bucks, and at the 6-3 Bills. Solo, take us through this game.
All right, got 3 questions for you. First one. The Bucks, to me, we've talked about them. Like I even said, I think last week, they cannot win the Super Bowl. Like they, as of right now, and after last week, losing to the Patriots at home. I don't think that. But I'm not saying it can't happen this year. So my first question for you, and we'll go Ando first. What, aside from injuries, what are the Bucks missing? Like that one player or that one thing you think would make them take them over the top?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I know you said no injuries, but I think really having when they were healthy early in the season, when Bucky Irving was healthy and
Mhm.
when Mike Evans was healthy, I thought they
Well,
were
yeah.
there. So, I mean, Irving and a help at wide receiver. They need help at wide receiver because
Okay, yeah.
they have lots of injuries.
I mean,
just
yeah,
not
I mean,
enough right now. But
I don't put the if the injuries, but you could say, well, they're missing a wide receiver, and then they get someone off the, then that's
yeah,
what they're missing. Brett, what do you think? You in agreement or?
I think they're a pretty complete team. I mean, they could use maybe like a Bijan Robinson or something to kind of drive the
Thank you for
offense a
getting
little more.
creative. I like when
But
you get creative.
other
I
than
mean,
that,
who
though, I
couldn't
think they're
use
pretty well
Bijan really?
set.
Yeah, I do too.
Exactly.
I think they're missing that head coach.
Oh, yeah.
I think if
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I think
I wasn't even thinking that
some better
direction.
coaching, I think, could get them to the Super Bowl. But it's tough because there's only a few good coaches. There's not, anyway. All right.
Well, I think the
Uh,
players would disagree with you. I think they love Todd Bowles. And I mean,
Yeah,
they've won their
they may
division
love
like
it.
4 straight years.
Oh, I know. They love him, but they haven't gone to the Super Bowl with him.
And it could be a thing where they're a complete team. They just don't have good enough players to get to the very tippy top. I mean, there's been hundreds of those teams
Yeah.
over the years where
Todd
No,
Bowles
go
has
ahead.
done a great job. You're right, Brett. I just for a second there, you know what? I I was thinking of Raheem Morris.
Oh boy.
That's why I
There-
put it.
I just say how great your memory is, Solo, and then you
And then
just
I-
go and
yeah.
lay an egg.
With
Yeah.
Raheem Morris, we can have a conversation.
Yeah, all right.
But,
All right. Next question. Ando, why is this Bills team so inconsistent?
They're just not the same team that they were before. They're like there's been Chiefs teams like this with Mahomes too, where they're relying on their quarterback, who is by far the best player on the team. And I don't know if I don't know, I haven't seen enough of the Bills this year to know for certain, but it seems like they've just let guys go, and you keep thinking, well, Josh Allen is going to carry us all the time. And
Right.
it may, and I mean, because the Chiefs have done that before and gotten away with it in a few cases over the years. So I think it's some of that same kind of thing where they don't, top to bottom, I don't think they have as good a roster as they have had. And they're still a great team. And Josh Allen just being on your team is going to win you more games than it's going to lose you. So that's my guess. I haven't watched as much of the Bills as I would like this year, but that's my guess on it from what I have seen.
What about you, Brett?
I like everything Andy said. I'd say injuries are a factor. And, if they can get healthy, it would not surprise me at all to see them rolling into the playoffs.
I'm going to go a little deeper on this one. So, Kellum, earmuffs, Kellum. I don't want you to hear this. This is dirty. No, I just think I don't think the Bills wide receivers are very good. They are not getting separation like they should. Keon Coleman is a good player, but wasn't and then Shakir is great, but if the other receivers aren't, he's more effective as like the third guy or a second, but mostly the third guy. I just think they've been hurting. I mean, since Diggs left, they've been hurting for that wide receiver that Josh Allen just relies on. It's more Kincaid, and now he's hurt and Knox a little bit, but like I just feel like it almost feels like to me the body language I'm seeing with Josh Allen is like the receivers aren't in the right spots, or it's just that they're not on the same page. And I wonder if that's physically or mentally, why that's the issue.
Like, would you compare it to like how Aaron Rodgers has been at times in his career when he doesn't have the receivers he likes?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit, but I don't think, but don't get me wrong. I think Josh Allen probably gives his receivers more respect.
Oh,
than
I have no doubt of that. But
Aaron Rodgers doesn't give a shit. He won't throw
Yeah.
to you if if you're not looking that first time. Then he won't throw to you the rest of the game. Alan Lazard, but
yeah,
Oh, you know what it is? It's the Hard Knocks curse. That's
it's
what
a
it
Hard
is.
Knocks curse for him.
That's the only reason why they're inconsistent this year.
that must be it.
Hard Knocks.
They're
They
all
on Hard
stars now.
Knocks? Oh my god, I didn't watch one episode.
I didn't either. I think I watched
Really
10
good
minutes
one.
of the first episode, and I think
Is
that's
the
all I
mid
watched.
isn't they doing the NFC East though for the mid season?
I think so. I'm not
That's,
even sure.
I'm gonna have to watch that because I gotta see my boy Jerry just say stupid stuff. Last question, gents. Okay, this matchup, Bills Buccaneers, could potentially be a Super Bowl matchup. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what number do you give for this year? This is the Super Bowl matchup.
I would say about a 4. I don't think this is going to be the Super Bowl matchup. It could be, but I don't think so.
But okay, Brett, scale of 1 to 10.
2.
Okay. I was gonna change my answer, but just because me and Andy sometimes are the same person, I was gonna say 4 as well. That was my guess in my head. You guessed it out of my head. All right.
Perfect.
So I hope this is a good game. I don't know what to expect. So let's pick it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. The Bills are favored by 5.5 at home. Axel take the Bills, and I also take the Bills.
I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers, fellas. I'm gonna take the points.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm gonna take the points.
I'm also taking the Buccaneers. They've
Maybe
won.
I'll switch around.
Have they lost 2 games in a row?
Yeah.
I see them pulling
They
together.
gotta bounce. I think it's gonna be a close
Yeah,
game.
bounce back.
I really do.
I'm pretty sure the Bills are going to bounce back a little bit too, but
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Usually
it's
when
a double
pick
bounce back
when
game.
I pick against the Bills, they always dominate. So I'm doing it for my boy Kellum. There you go, and Jim Kelly's family.
I'm sure Kellum appreciates it. Next up, we have Sunday Night Football. The Lions at the Eagles. The Lions are 6-3.
That's a good matchup.
Eagles
I
are
hope.
7-2. The Eagles are 7-2 for the 4th year in a row, tied for the 3rd longest streak ever. If the playoffs started today, the Eagles would be the number 1 seed with a 7-2 record. However, 6 of those wins were by 7 points or less. Is this something to worry about if you're an Eagles fan, or is this the same thing the Chiefs use? Is this the Vikings 3 years ago? Not the Darnold year, but the Cousins year where they were great and won all those one-score games? Or is this the Chiefs when they won the Super Bowl the last time with all those close games? Solo. Should the Eagles fans be worried here?
I think they should. But on the scale, I would say I would be a 7 or an 8 because they won the Super Bowl and I could see them turning it on because when you win it, you could see it happening. But the way Nick Sirianni is, like, what did he do in that game? He went for it on 4th down instead of going for the field goal, and it won me my dynasty fantasy week. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. But like, this AJ Brown stuff is weird.
Mm-hmm.
It is bizarre.
Yeah.
So I think the Eagles fans should be scared, but once you get in the playoffs, wash away the scareness and just say, we're going to win it and then see what happens, because they can win it. But I would say I would be concerned, definitely.
I would be concerned. I think they can win it. I don't think they will win it this year. I think they should be concerned, but I honestly do not think that they are concerned at all. And
Meaning the
see
team,
the team and the fans.
right?
I don't think they're that concerned. They know they're going to the playoffs. They're defending champs, whatever. They'll figure it out. You know, who cares the margin of victory? They're 7-2, and that's legitimate. They could definitely go on a run again in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Real quick, Ando, the
Yeah,
fans, though, they lose one game and they're ready to, take down Kennedy.
Yeah.
The thing that would concern me is just that they seem like a team that has the talent there, but when you score 10 points in Green Bay, I mean, your defense is still going to carry you, and some of the mismanagement, that kind of stuff is not teams that usually go very far. I don't know. I'd be more nervous than I am confident, but I could still see him going the run because you still got Saquon, you still got that great defense. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
think all in all, you should have some concern, but the arrow still points to them going on a run. I mean,
because I mean we're still not that far removed from them having that great season and then getting absolutely destroyed in the wild card round a few years ago
oh,
too.
when they just lost, like the Cowboys
Yeah,
ended up winning this freaking division, which was impossible. They
yeah. So
collapsed.
I'm
It's
very
weird. Something's weird
yeah.
with this team.
This game really has me intrigued. So next question. Jalen Hurts now has 5 games this season with under 200 yards passing and only 3 games with more than 30 yards rushing. Jared Goff is first in completion percentage, ninth in yardage, second in TD passes. Which quarterback would you trust more to take you to a Super Bowl? Jared Goff or Jalen Hurts right now?
I still got to say Hurts. He's done it before. I know Goff has gone to one. I like Goff though, but I'm gonna say Goff regular season. I'd pick him over Hurts. Hurts in the playoffs.
I'm going to go with Goff.
Oh,
Um,
I wanted to. I wanted to.
Hertz has done it before. He may do it again, but this year, yeah, something's going on. I don't know if he's hurt or something. I don't think he's quite the same quarterback. And then the tush push doesn't seem to be as successful. Like it seems like it's a bigger topic this year. People are chipping away at it. I'm sure it's going to be outlawed in the off season. But I could see a tush push play like in the playoffs, something like a false start or a fumble or just something weird about that play. I think, and I don't know. I guess that's related to Jalen Hurts since you asked, but
Yeah, wait. You went Goff, but then he's always going tush push. I don't know what's going on.
I guess my overall point was I trust Goff more this year than Hurts this year.
Okay. That's fair.
On the teams they're on, I would trust Goff right now. If you reverse them though, I would take Hurts in a heartbeat. I think Hurts would be even better than Goff is on the Lions, and I think Goff would be a lot worse on the Eagles. So Hurts, I would still rather have him on my roster, but this season Goff I think for sure has a better upside. But I think there's a serious coaching problem going on in Philly, especially on that offense. I mean, you've already alluded to it, so I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
So
there's internal stuff, and this AJ Brown thing, it just boggles my mind how this guy can go games with like 2 receptions,
yeah.
and like no targets. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose.
Number 3, Jahmyr Gibbs is midway through his 3rd NFL season. He now has 41 touchdowns from scrimmage, the 5th youngest player to ever reach 40 touchdowns. He's only 24 years old. The 4 ahead of him, Jim Brown, Emmitt Smith, Randy Moss, Barry Sanders. Where do you see Gibbs on the list of best running backs in the league? How many running backs would you take ahead of him right now if you were starting a team?
Oh, that's a great question because, he had, I remember when the Lions drafted him and I was like, what are they taking him in the first round? And they knew what they wanted. But Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't, to me, right now, he doesn't have the LaDainian Tomlinson, well, it's tough to say Barry Sanders, but you know what I mean? Like the star power for me isn't there yet, but because he hasn't been really healthy, but he's really putting together an excellent season. So what was the question again?
How many running backs would you take ahead of him if you were
Oh,
starting
okay.
a team right now?
It's tough. See, just for starting a team, I would say, and I'll let Brett come in too, and we can you can kind of do this together. I would probably say definitely top 3, but I'd have to think about it. Maybe 2, maybe I would take Jonathan Taylor.
I
1 right
personally
now.
I have him at 3. I'd have him behind Taylor and Bijan. I'd have him as my number
Oh,
3.
Bijan. Yeah. Yeah, I would have him neck and neck with Bijan. I'm not sure, but I think because Bijan's bigger and I would use him better than the Falcons if I was coaching. Yeah, Bijan. That's a good thing. Yeah, 3. That's kind of what I was thinking. I'd like to, Achan's become, but he's still got something to prove and with the health.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 3 as well, or 2. I guess ahead of him.
Okay, so yeah, we're,
Nice.
I was just hoping I didn't forget anyone because Derrick Henry does not look good this year.
He's not
And
the
that's
same
why I have
player.
him on. That's why I have him on my fantasy team. And then
Yep,
you get and
I have him on 2 teams. Yeah.
and Saquon is
He doesn't look the same either.
he doesn't look the same with the load really. I mean, I know they're
Mhm.
loading the box and stuff against him this season, but I
And
think it's it
the
took
other
a
thing with
toll.
Gibbs is he's doing all of this and he still has a 1B as right behind him with this with Montgomery there. And
Yeah,
they spread the ball around so
they're
much.
such a
Gibbs is
great
not all
tandem.
doesn't have to be the primary offense there. So I love Gibbs. I think he's an awesome
How
player.
how amazing is it to have like to have like Gibbs and Montgomery, but I love Bijan. I love Algier. He's one of the hardest
Mhm.
freaking runners I've ever seen. He reminds me of Marion Barber from who would
Mhm.
just punished the late Marion Barber, which was really sad. But I
Rest
enjoyed
in peace.
24. I enjoyed
Yes.
watching him and Julio Jones. They were a tandem for a little bit. Um,
No,
Julio.
I'm always here for a Marion Barber reference. He's a former Gopher, so I saw him.
Oh,
I
that's
saw
right. Yes, him and
I saw
Maroney,
every
Lawrence
college game
Maroney.
he played in person, at least
Oh,
a home
that's
game in
awesome.
person. So yeah, I'm very familiar with his game.
Yeah,
Brett,
him and Maroney were like,
yeah, oh,
freaking
they were
like
awesome.
studs.
A lot like the guys in Detroit are. Brett, do you have anything else to add on this, or should we go to the pick here?
Yeah, let's pick it.
Okay, the Eagles are favored by 2.5 at home. Axel and I both take the Lions.
I'm give me the Lions. I have more faith in them.
I got to go Lions as well.
Okay, speed round. We have Thursday night football. 2-7 Jets at the 8-2 Patriots. Okay. I'm not gonna have stat for every game, but I had to have one here. Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, and Mark Sanchez have combined for 133 starts for the Jets. During that time, they threw for 50 yards or less 4 times in those 133 starts. Justin Fields has now done that 4 times in 8 starts. Pats are favored by 12.5. Axel takes the Jets. 12.5. God damn it, that's too many points. I'm going to take the Jets. I might switch through this one later, but I'm going to take the Jets. Not for
Yeah,
now.
I I I love the way Drake May's playing in the Patriots. I know this is Thursday night, short week for both teams, but I think Vrabel's going to make a statement here at home. I'm going to take the Pats.
I agree with Heath. I see a blowout here.
Next up, we have the 6-3 Bears, the 4-5 Vikings. Vikings are favored by 3 at home. Axel takes the Vikings. I also take the Vikings. I think the Vikes have already beat them once this year on the road. I'm taking the Vikes.
Looking into this line and looking into everything in the Bears miracle, give me the Vikes.
I guess I'm the only one on this podcast high on the Bears because I sorry to say, Andy, I like him in this game to win outright. So I'll take the 3 points.
Next up, we have the 3-7 Commies at the 3-7 Dolphins. Normally, a game like this, I would not have a stat for, but this stat was so freaking cool, I have to share it. And I'm not even going to credit the guy. I don't always do that, but he's a NFL researcher, Tony Holtzman Escarino, got this stat. This will be the first time Tua Tagovailoa and Marcus Mariota will face each other. This is notable for multiple reasons. They both went to St. Louis High School in Hawaii. They will become the second pair of quarterbacks drafted in the top 5 of a draft that also went to the same high school to play each other. The first 2 are Peyton and Eli Manning. Thought that very cool that they went to the same high
That
school.
is cool.
They've never played each other in pros or at any period. So Dolphins are favored by 2.5. Axel takes the Dolphins. I also take the Dolphins.
Yeah, I can't take Mariota here, even though I loved him at Oregon. I'm taking the Finns.
God, what a game! Normally, I would
It's in
normally I would take the
it's in
points in a
Spain,
game
right?
like this.
The game's in Spain.
Oh, you're right. It is in Spain. Oh, weird shit
I didn't even
happens in
have that.
Spain.
It's a Spain game.
You know what? I'm
fellas.
taking the commies. There's no reason they should win
Rematch
this
of
game,
Super
but
Bowl 17 is what I
There's-
thought you were going to say.
To be fair, there's no
and Super Bowl 8 or 7.
to be fair, there's no reason
Seven.
either of these teams should win this game.
Yeah.
But
that's why I might as well take the points.
Wow, how funny is that? This is a rematch of Super Bowl 7 and 17.
I didn't.
My numbers.
And Super Bowl 67.
Oh,
I-
that too. Yeah.
I was just so
In the
enamored
year
with that Hawaii
3000.
quarterback thing. I had to go with it. Next up, we have the 5-5 Panthers, the 3-6 Falcons. Falcons by 3.5. Axel takes the Panthers. I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take the Falcons here.
No, Falcons are laying the three
Falcons
and
are
a half.
Oh,
favored.
excuse me. Falcons are favored by 3.5. Axel takes the Panthers. I take the Falcons. Excuse me. I had that mixed up.
So you take the Falcons minus 3.5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't like the 3.5, but I don't like the Panthers. Give me the Falcons.
The Panthers should be favored in this game. So if you're giving me points, I'll
You're
take the
taking
Panthers.
Next up, we have the 4-5 Texans at the 1-8 Titans. Texans are favored by 6.5. Axel takes the Titans. I take the Texans.
Do we know, is Stroud still out or?
I haven't heard.
I don't know. I'm going to take the Titans and the points. Why not? I'm going for an O for a week. I don't want to win.
Okay. I'm glad you clarified because you said why not, and I was about to answer you. There's lots of reasons not to take the Titans.
That is true. That is true.
It doesn't matter they're at home. I like the Texans to win by more than a touchdown.
Next up, we have the 5-3-1 Packers at the 2-8 Giants. The Packers have lost 3 games all season. In those games, the Packers defense has given up a total of 4 touchdowns. In those same 3 losses, the Packers offense has only managed 30 points. It's also the same Packers offense that scored 40 in a game and managed to tie. Does anybody understand the Packers? I don't. Axel takes the Giants. The Packers are favored by 7. And that's too many points for me. It's going to be Jameis crazy. They're still going to lose this game, but I'm taking the Giants too.
No Jackson Dart. No Scatterboo. Brian Daybald got fired. We haven't even mentioned the greatest coach ever on the pod has been fired after winning coach of the year. How did they get this wrong? I'm going, God, I think the Packers are going to crush them. Nah, you know what? I'm going with the coach fired thing. They play good. Give me the Giants and points.
Yeah, the interim coach bump here. This is
Yeah.
classic.
I'm glad I
At
talked it out.
home, underdog, home dog. I really should take the Giants for that reason, but I see
Brett's not
Jameis
afraid.
having a horrible game,
He
and I
stinks.
like the Packers
I know.
winning by more
I
than
know
a touchdown.
Andy and Axel are excited for Jameis. He stinks.
Oh, I don't think
He's
I
not
don't
even
think he's
fun
that,
animore.
I don't think he's that. He's fun to watch though. That's what I. That's
not
what I love.
really. Is he? I don't know. I'll give him a shot. Okay.
He's going to air out a few bombs, and we're all going to be like, "Oh my
and
god,
throw
it's
picks.
amazing."
Okay, he's fun. Okay.
And then he'll he's not very good.
He's
but
not good.
fun.
He's fun. All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Next up, with the 3-6 Bengals at the 5-4 Steelers. Bengals were off last week, but the last time they played, they became the second team in NFL history to lose back-to-back games while also scoring 38 points or more. The first was the 1966 Giants. This game, the Steelers are favored by 5.5 at home. Axel takes the Steelers. That's too many points for me. The Steelers are going to play this close. I'm taking the Bengals.
I want to take the Bengals here. And so I'm going to the Bengals. Joe Burrow is going to be practicing. He could come back.
I like the
Not
Steelers
this
to
week.
bounce back at home.
Next up, we have the 7-3 Chargers at the 5-4 Jags. The Chargers are favored by 3 on the road. Axel takes the Chargers. I shouldn't take the Chargers because they're so damn up and down, and they played great last week, but I'm going to take the Chargers anyways because the way the Jags self-destructed, I just still can't trust that team. Chargers.
Don't trust the Jags. Give me my McConkey and his Chargers.
Is this a early game, a 10 a.m. kickoff or a 1 p.m. kickoff Pacific? Do you know?
Not sure.
I can check.
I'm guessing it's an early game.
Do I
let's
check real
see.
quick before I pick? I think that might
It's
determine
10 a.m.,
it.
so it's an early game.
Yeah, give me the Jags.
Brett's going. He smells that we're not picking well. Like he's like
Although
a shark
Travis
in the
Hunter's
water.
out for the year. I saw that.
He's like
Although
a shark
Travis
in the
Hunter's
water.
out for the year. I saw that.
Who?
But
Yeah, Travis Hunter
Travis Hunter's
out for the year.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's sad. And they traded all that draft capital to go
Yeah.
get him.
Next up, we have the 6-4 49ers at the 3-6 Cardinals. Trey McBride leads the Cardinals in touches, yards, and touchdowns. If he continues, he will be the first tight end to ever lead his team in all three. 49ers are favored by 3 on the road. Axel takes the 49ers. I am also going to take the 49ers. Marvin Harrison's out this week. He had emergency surgery today. One of their other wide receivers, I think, is out too. The Cards are in disarray. I got to go Niners.
Sorry, Jacoby. I'm going Niners.
yeah, that streak of keeping games really close ended for the Cardinals
Yeah.
last week. And now I don't trust them. So I'm taking the Niners.
All right, Brett, I'm going to use my first switcheroo of the year. I'm taking the Pats over the Jets.
Ooh.
Oh, that's your first of the year?
I believe so. I don't think I switched anyone before.
Nice.
Pats over the Jets.
Next up, let's all offer congratulations to Derrick Henry. In his 10th season, he now sits at 12,127 rushing yards. He finally passed his 12,124 rushing yards that he had in high school.
Oh, that's
Way to go,
awesome.
Derek. That's just
That is
amazing.
Way to go, buddy.
The Ravens, 4-5 Ravens at the 2-7 Browns. Ravens are favored by 7.5, and Axel takes the Ravens, and yeah, this should be 17.5. The Ravens mauled them earlier in the season. They're going to do it again. Ravens.
I feel like this will be close. If it was 2004, give me the Ravens.
Yes, Ravens. Clean sweep.
The
Next up.
Bucks.
We the Bonks, yes,
The
the
Bonks.
classic team. The 5-4 Chiefs at the 8-2 Broncos. Broncos have a 2.5 game lead over the Chiefs. The Chargers are also sandwiched in between them at 7-3. The Chiefs were off last week, but 2 weeks ago they lost to the Bills by a touchdown. It was the fourth one-score loss in a row for the Chiefs. That followed a 17-game winning streak on one-score games. Since Bo Nix has entered the league, he has more passing touchdowns, more rushing touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes. Also, the same amount of game-winning drives as Patrick Mahomes since he entered the league. The Chiefs are favored by 3.5 on the road. Axel says he takes the Bonks, which I'm assuming means the Bronx, but I will take the
Bonks.
Chiefs on the road here.
If it said bongs, then I would.
Well, yeah, he takes that every week.
I'm going to take the points in the Broncos. I'm hoping for a good game on this one.
Ooh, yeah, this is a tough one. I'm going to go Chiefs.
Our final game of the week, Monday Night Football. It's Solo's 3-5-1 Cowboys, the 2-7 Raiders. The Raiders have 15 touchdowns this season, excuse me. And
This week?
This season, they are extremely happy that the Colts are on bye this week because they have a chance to pass Jonathan Taylor's 17 touchdowns if they can score 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys. Axel takes the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 3.5. I also take the Cowboys here.
I really thought the Cowboys would beat the Cardinals and at home, and they look like crap. They're coming off a bye, right? The Cowboys are off this past. I can't remember. I don't know. It's all blending together. I know Demarion Overshawn and they're getting some defensive. Revel, the corner out of East Carolina we drafted, is practicing. I don't know. They may play. So it'll be some added fun. And then Logan Wilson and Quentin Williams, but I think Ashton Genty's going to run all over the Cowboys. Give me the Raiders. I don't have.
I'm taking the Cowboys.
I'm going to do my switcheroo and take the Cowboys.
Okay.
I love it.
Clean sweep for the Cowboys.
That might be the latest switcheroo we've ever had. So.
Yeah, like quickest and latest, I guess,
Yeah.
in a weird way. All right, those are our picks. We'll have them out there. Thank you guys so much. Axel was missed. We miss you, buddy. But hope you get refreshed for next week. Remember, go to dvrpodcast.com for all the news and new pods we're doing, and you can go to our Facebook page, Daily DVR, a friendly podcast or whatever it's called. It's like some long thing. You know where to find us there. Become a patron at patreon.com/DVR. And for a couple bucks a month, you can get exclusive pods, all these goodies before anyone else, and no ads. So what we're going to do, guys, we're ending the pod here. We are going to do our famous Love Seat edition, but we're going to do it on a separate pod. So if you're listening to this and be like, oh, I want to hear the guys talk about college football, maybe drop a little Canadian football in there, take a listen. So it'll come out after this one. So we're excited. So we're going to talk about the college football season, where it's at, and kind of have some fun stuff to do there. So for Axel, for Ando, for Brett, I'm Heath Solo. We'll see you next time on The Stained Around the Couch.
Welcome to East. I gotta go pee.
Oh, I've been there. East, I gotta go pee. Well, oh, you don't.
I paused it.
Oh, you paused it.
I'm gonna start it back up again in a
All
second.
right, perfect. I got scared. All right, you want to just take like I need just a couple of minutes, and then we can.
Yeah, let's just take like a 5-minute.
All right, perfect. Brett, can you hear me?
What's up? Yes, I can
Oh, we're
hear
still
you.
live on YouTube, I think.
Oh,
It's just in case you wanted to.
I should
Say
put my
something.
pants back on then.
Yeah. Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
I was just had the Chargers Steelers game on in the background. I wish Lad McConkey was a Cowboy.
I saw he's on the injury report this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a damn good player. I wouldn't mind having him on the Vikings either.
Oh, I know. All right.
Are you ready?
I think so. Give me 10 seconds to finish this piece of cheese live on the YouTubes. Okay. All right. All right. Welcome to Around the Couch Special Edition. Boop, 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 boop. Extra, extra, late edition. It's Around the Couch Special Edition, The Love Seat, the great segment you loved that we don't do anymore. So we decided to do our own pod, a special pod with The Love Seat, because Ando, Brett, and myself, Heath Solo, we all live on Love Seat. Brett's at a stadium on Love Seat. Ando's milking cows with his best friend, and then he went and found a red hen.
I've never milked a cow once in my life, just so you know. So
I think I have. Anyway, we're proud sponsors or whatever. DVR Podcasting Network. Go to dvrpodcast.com for all the stuff we do. We're covering Mayor of Kingstown right now, the Paramount Plus show with Jeremy Renner and our boy Hugh Dillon, Taylor Sheridan, and we'll get some things in the works too. Ando and Axel just dropped a pod talking about, I was about to say promiscuous, what's a pluribus, a bunch of other things. So go check that out and become a patron at patreon.com/DVR. And for a couple bucks a month, you can get all the exclusives, pods first, ad free. And
actually, like the first 20 minutes, we talked a lot of basketball, like kids basketball and that kind of stuff in the first 20 minutes of the pod too. So there is some sports content on that.
Oh yeah, there is. So yeah, check it out. And remember, check out this film I'm in, The Star City Murders. Yes, if on Tubi for free, or if you have Amazon Prime, it's on there. Check it out. Watch Frank Brody save the day. All right, gentlemen, it's college football talk. And I'll mention on minor CFL at the end. So I want to first get your status. We're in November already. The playoff brackets come out each week, the rankings and all that, and some speculation because we still need to see what teams win the conference championships and all that good stuff. But in your mindset, Brett, where are you at right now with the college season? We know you're a big Georgia Bulldogs fan. You live right there. Sometimes, you teleport to Lambeau Field. If you want to see us live on the YouTubes, we are live and Brett's calling plays. But
I thought he was taking his private helicopter to get there, not teleporting.
Yeah, maybe. So where are you at with the college football season overall right now?
It's been a fun season so far. I think there is not necessarily a dominant team, like slam dunk, top tier team. There's a lot of teams that are up there that can compete. There are still a few teams undefeated, obviously. But all in all, it's been a pretty fun year, interesting year. You can definitely see the talent has spread out through, the new rules with the portal and the NIL. I feel like I think that's one reason why there's more teams in contention. I feel like is that talent is kind of spread out.
Ando, where are you at with the college football season 2025?
Yeah, very similar. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of how the NFL is right now, where there's a lot of teams in contention. I could see a lot of different teams winning a championship and getting in. Unpredictable results almost every week. Not always the same teams, but I think Brett's totally right with the new NIL stuff, and the way that has gone has completely changed the landscape, and it's evened things out so much more. You don't have fourth string all-stars sitting on the bench for 3 years that end up being Hall
Yeah,
of Fame
those
players.
days are done. Those days are
Yeah,
done.
it's the top two or three teams aren't hoarding six all-pro guys, so
Yeah.
it's making for a much more exciting. I don't know if it's better or not, but I'm loving it. I missed a lot of the first month, so I've just gotten back into it here the last couple weeks, and I've been loving what I've been watching so far. So
Yeah, aside from my Syracuse Orange losing our quarterback after beating Clemson and going down the tubes, and the Miami Hurricanes, of course, like Mike Dallas Cowboys, they just love to lose these games that they should win and knock themselves out of playoff contention. So, but all in all, I'm really enjoying Mendoza from India. I remember seeing him at Cal because when Miami played Cal last year, I remember watching that game. I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. And now when Indiana, I mean, what they're doing. I mean,
yeah,
last year they had the run and then were overmatched, but man, they look tough. They look tough.
they got
I
a lot
mean,
of money pumped into that program in the last couple of years has helped a ton.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
Signetti knows how to raise money.
Signetti, yeah, that dude is just, was he like, Google me? He's like,
Yeah.
you've seen I win anywhere. I love it. And the fact that he's staying, I thought he'd parlay it into, I mean, the
Hmm.
Penn State job, which is James Franklin. Bye bye. I
Hmm.
mean, how the mighty have fallen. They were in contention last year in the playoffs, looked good. They trounced Tennessee, and
Yeah.
but
They're in the semifinal.
Yeah.
They're preseason number one by some voters. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's quite a fall.
well, and one thing I want to look at, guys, because going into this year, they were supposed to be this next elite college quarterbacks that were, you had Klubnik, Nussmeyer, you had all these unfortunately a lot of these quarterbacks underperforming, but you brought my attention to the kid at Alabama. What was it, Ty Simpson, or am I getting it wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, because I get confused
Mhm.
with the Ohio State quarterback, like St. John Smythe or whatever his name is. It's a weird name,
Um, Julian
Sayin or something.
Sayin. Yep, Sayin.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I like that kid at Alabama. Him and Mendoza right now. And I know Arch is a weird thing. I know I don't want to piss you off this early in the pod, Brett, but I know like Arch has played a lot better, and there's so much hype with his name. I mean, if his last name was Lannister, would we be as hyped? Well, there'd be actually probably a lot
Hyped for a different reason.
for a different reason. They were like, just change your name to Jamie. Um, so
Have you seen the kid from Ohio State much, Solo? Sayin?
yes.
I think over the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's looked pretty awesome. He
He
was rough
has.
early, but
He has, and that's where I'm confused because of the two receivers they have that are unbelievable. I'm like, but he threw some nice balls like last week, and I'm
yeah.
like, I'm just saying, maybe it's tough. Guys, this is one of the hardest positions in sports to evaluate. I mean, how many times have five of them go in the first round and maybe one make it, or
Yeah.
maybe two stay in the league, or
Or
I mean,
quarterbacks where they have like 2 or 3 total college losses, they go to the pros and you never hear from them again.
yeah. I mean, you got a guy, and then you got your Josh Allens of the world, few and far between. But Wyoming, he wasn't accurate. That was the big thing. He had the stature and everything, wasn't and look how he has become one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So it's
Mhm.
like I think a lot they do look for those intangibles, but there's stuff that they don't talk about is the understanding of reading defenses and their smarts, if you will, their football IQ.
I'm guessing
You'll hear it when
coachability
it's
is a big
great.
one too. Yeah.
What's that?
I'm guessing coachability is a big one. Those
That I mean,
guys
there's
that
so many things, and
especially when
there's
you get to the
also
pros.
desire.
Yeah.
I mean, look at like a Jamarcus Russell who had that one good year with LSU, and then Al Davis said, "Let's bring him in." And I
Johnny
mean, there's a lot of
Football.
them.
I mean,
Johnny, oh my God, he's on Special Forces with
God, I saw some clips of him yesterday, and Luke and I were watching it, and Luke was like, "Who is this guy? He's amazing." I'm like, "He was amazing in college."
they were calling the next Doug Flutie. So that's why
Uh-huh.
I gravitated to him. So sad. I would have liked to see. Too bad he. Yeah. Anyway, that is what
Yeah,
it is.
that's a different pod.
Yeah, different pod. So Brett, did you have a little something what's called like the Brett's Love Seat stained rankings or something?
Not called that, but yes, I do actually have my. It's called Brett's Big Poll. No, I'm just kidding.
I like that. Hey,
That's the Around the Couch After Dark pod. We talked
yeah,
about
after
that.
dark, where big 10-inch record plays in the background with Brett's big pole.
You know what? I just decided a few days ago to thinking about, could I come up with my own poll, top 25? Just after seeing AP and everybody's complaining about the AP, and then the selection committee is kind of a joke at times with their selections. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, can I do this? But no, I can't do it like unbiased. I'm too biased. But then I started thinking, what if there's a way for me to like build a formula where it's not even my opinion. It's just like the math works out. So treat all Power 4 teams, like going into the season, all Power 4 teams are treated equally. No preconceived notions about who's good, who's not good. All 4 Power 4 conferences are treated equally. No preconceived notions. And going from there so that you build a ranking that, and also I wanted to take out margin of victory, because I just feel like football is this binary sport where you succeed or you fail. And if you succeed, win, fail, loss. I like it binary like that, even though in college football, I know teams try to run up the score because they want
style points.
Style points, exactly. But I'm trying to be as pure as possible. Eliminate style points. Those can be misleading anyway, based on like a tight game where you fumble a Hail Mary and it goes for a touchdown. So a 4-point win becomes an 11-point win. Oh, that looks like a blowout. No, it's actually neck and neck the whole game, and so on. So the formula I created is only whether you won or lost and who you played. And who you played, you get points based on how good they are, how good their record is. And so it is kind of this circular logic.
You're like the Mike Lombardi of that. You got your rating system.
But it's like, and how head to head is a huge deal. The committee has Notre Dame ahead of Miami, even though Miami beat them head to head and they have the same record. I think even last year there was Georgia beat Texas, Texas beat Ole Miss, and Ole Miss beat Georgia, and they all had the same record. So how in the hell do you rank those? You're going to have to rank somebody below someone who they beat. It's unavoidable. So basically my criteria is like, I'm not looking at head-to-head in any one matchup. I'm looking at head-to-head literally the entire, like all 68 teams playing all 68 other teams head-to-head and come up with this. So I don't know. Are y'all ready for this? First of all.
Well, after that
Yes.
that amazing intro
I'm ready.
of
I'm
explanation,
hanging on every word. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I spit this out, and I noticed there are a lot of differences between my poll and the CFP
and the other guy's poll. Yeah.
But mine doesn't use the eye test. It only uses whether you won or lost. So I got I'll start with Minnesota. I got Minnesota at 32. I ranked all 68 Power 4 teams.
Oh,
by the
wow.
way.
Wow.
So
Louis Dreyfus.
Another annoying criteria with the committee is, did they beat a ranked team or not? And that's like a data point.
Right.
But their ranked teams are only 25 teams that you determine if they're ranked or not. So if you beat the 26th ranked team, you get no credit. 25th ranked team, and you're automatically up the board on this data point.
Right.
So stupid. So I ranked all 68. Minnesota came in at number 32, Andy.
How high were they? Do you know how high they were in the list of the Big Ten teams?
Oh, I don't have the. I mean, I have all the teams in front of me, but I'd have to kind of
Because they
look at
technically,
that.
as bad as there's, well, that's not been a bad season. It's been an okay season, but they're technically, they have like a 1% chance to still make the Big Ten championship. Like
Oh,
everything
really?
has to go right, but yeah, they are technically still alive. They'll be eliminated this week because they play Oregon, but
I well, they're kind of middle of the pack. There are some bad Big Ten teams this year. I got Purdue, the worst,
mhm,
Maryland, Penn State, Michigan State.
yeah,
You're ahead of all those guys. Rutgers,
that's about where
Wisconsin,
that's about where we should be.
Northwestern.
Yeah,
So yeah, I would say
middle of the
middle
pack.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, and Heath, I got Syracuse coming in at 64th out of
Yeah,
68.
baby. We don't have to do the play-in game. We're in the
Oh,
real
no.
64.
Like you said, the QB injury, they would not have been this bad, obviously. But I have Miami at number 22. Okay,
Oh,
the
wow.
CFP has Miami at 15.
15.
So
Yep.
that's one difference. So I'm just going to read through my top 25. 25,
do
I
it.
got Missouri, 20, which is not ranked. 24, I got Illinois, who is also not ranked. Number 23, I got Louisville, who is number 20 in the CFP. 21, I got Virginia, who is 19th in the CFP. 20th, I got Cincinnati, who is 25th. Number 19, I got Houston, who is not ranked. Number 18, I have Notre Dame, who is number 9 in the CFP. I have them at 18. 17, I have Arizona State, who is another team that's not
Yeah, I
ranked.
see
So
Brett ranked Notre Dame higher than the Canes too. Yeah, good job, Brett.
well,
Thank you.
I'm
There you
surprised
go.
you have Miami that low because that was one of the ones I thought the CFP had too low personally. But continue, Brett.
so,
Hey,
and I
don't
think Arizona State may have been my highest ranked team that's not ranked in the CFP, but I got them at 17. 16, I got Michigan. They have Michigan at 18. 15, I have USC. They have them at 17. 14, I have Georgia Tech. They have them at 16. 13, I have Texas. They have them number 10. 12, I have Oklahoma. They have them number 11. Yes, I have Oklahoma ahead of Texas, even though Texas beat them, because I think Oklahoma is a better team. Well, this isn't what I think.
No,
I'm
yeah,
I
biased.
do
yeah,
actually
this is
think
not,
they're
but
a
this
better
is
team,
computers.
but this is the computer also
This is the
thinks they're a better team.
BCS, not
This
the
is the
committee.
BCS.
Yeah, this is the real BCS.
This is
the
Brett.
real
Yes.
BCS.
The real BCS.
Right. Number 11, I got Vanderbilt. They have them at number 14. Number 10, I have Utah. They have them at number 13. So yeah, some of these teams from all different conferences I have ranked higher than they do. Number 9, I have Oregon. They have them number 8. Number 8, I have Ole Miss. They have them number 7. Number 7, I still have BYU up that high. They have them at number 12. Number 6, I have Georgia. They have them at number 5. Number 5, I have Indiana. They have them at number 2. I'm sorry, Hoosiers. I'm sorry. Number 4, I have Texas A&M. They have them at number 3. Number 3, I have Texas Tech. Top 3, and they have them at number 6. So the computer really likes Texas Tech.
Wow, that one surprises me.
Number 2, I have Alabama.
And you almost choked on that.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not happy about it, but Alabama comes in at number 2. CFP poll has them at number 4, despite a really bad loss to Florida State. Evidently, they have a lot of like medium to upper wins, which countered that. And then number 1, I have Ohio State. So that is the Brett's no BS objective college football pool.
That's pretty good. I can't argue with most of some of the results surprised me. Like Alabama being that high because that
surprised me too.
Yeah. And the rest of the teams that out of conference, because I always have a hard time when your only quality win is a conference win, because how do you know outside of I mean, if everybody in the conference is playing each other and everybody assumes like say 5 Big Ten teams are the top 5 and they only play Big Ten teams, how do you actually know? And Bama's not. I mean, the only other team that Bama has played outside of the SEC is a terrible Wisconsin team. So you can't. It's like the worst Wisconsin team in 25 years. So how do you? That one really surprises me. That Bama.
Yeah, and the pool doesn't like the poll doesn't like those teams either. Where did I have Wisconsin? Actually, I had Wisconsin higher than I thought they'd be. I had them at where are they? 51 out of 68. I thought they might even be worse than that.
Well, that win
and
against
Florida
Washington
State came in
helps.
at 44 out of 50, out of 68. So,
Mm.
but the thing is, because I treat all the conferences equally, even and then it kind of sorts themselves out. Like the ACC is clearly the worst conference, and if you look at all the head-to-head matchups against other Power Four conference teams that they've had, a ton of losses there. So all of that kind of factors in as far as where some of these ACC teams are ranked, and then they're playing other ACC teams. So just because Alabama's two non-conference Power Four teams are not that great, I think it's because the SEC has done really well in other non-conference games.
Yep.
And
and
Alabama hasn't really played any of like the bottom. I can actually, okay. So here's the thing. The college football committee chairman guy, it's almost like the committee has like some blurb that they about every single team in case they get a question about them.
Yep, I think they actually do.
So, and they asked apparently the show asked about Georgia Tech, and this is a talking point around here. And he said, "Yeah, Georgia Tech's last game was bad, yada yada. They looked terrible on both sides of the ball." Which is not true because they had over 500 yards of offense and Haynes King went nuts. So they had very good offensive day. Their defense played terrible. So it's like, did you watch the game? Okay, maybe that was – they actually said this 2 weeks in a row because Georgia Tech had a bye this week, and they asked him about it again on yesterday's show. And he said the same thing. So at no point did anyone in the room say – hey, the talking point should not be that Georgia Tech looked bad on both sides of the ball. It's like both sides of the ball was their catchphrase. Every team did something on both sides of the ball, it seemed like. So it's like, does the committee watch these games? And by comparison, I actually have all of the games of the season in front of me. So if you wanted to ask me, what is Alabama's best win? I can tell you, well, Georgia's obviously their best win. But they also beat Vanderbilt, who's number 11. They beat Missouri at 25. I got Tennessee at 26. So a lot of the, in that 25 to 35 range, they have some. Their worst win is they got South Carolina. Wisconsin at 51, South Carolina at 46. So anyway, I have all this in front of me. So if y'all want to throw out a team or whatever, unlike the committee chairman, I can actually tell you exactly.
Answer.
Well, it's because even though their worst loss is this guy, their best win is this, and I have all the games here, so I can go through that.
I want to hit Notre Dame and why they're better than Miami, who beat them. That's what I want to know.
I think it's the ACC that's really dragging down Miami. So Miami's best win I have as Notre Dame 18, but after that, they lost to Louisville, who's 23rd. So their wins are 52nd ranked Florida, 64th ranked Syracuse, 60th ranked Stanford, and 44th ranked Florida State. I think that's why.
I think that's why, and with Florida and Florida State and even South Florida. Didn't they beat South Florida?
I only had the Power Four teams on this.
Okay.
So,
at the time, South Florida was like, so it was like if the three of those teams ended up being awesome, it would have helped their case a lot more. Like you're saying, the fact that they're having down years hurts Miami a ton, because when you think about it, normally, hey, Florida State was ACC team, but playing Florida, I mean, but.
Well, the good news is, Solo, in 2 weeks on NBC, your Syracuse Orange are going to knock off Notre Dame and drop them out of the CFP.
Oh, God, no. They're going to lose by 80.
I'm looking at Notre Dame, and you're right. They have a lot of shitty wins too.
Yeah, USC is really the only decent win they
USC
have.
is the best win by far. I have USC 15th. They lost to fourth-ranked Texas A&M, and their wins are against 66 Arkansas, 65 Purdue, 68 Boston College, and 38 NC State. And then they lost to 22 Miami. So, yeah, not great, but
Was
just
that
a little
what
bit
was
better
that
than
A&M?
Miami.
What was the score of that A&M game?
41-40.
That's why. That's why. I mean,
And
aside from Notre Dame getting a
the
little
name,
extra,
yeah, the helmet.
That close game with A&M, I think, is what's separating them in Miami.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, yeah.
I will say that this poll, like the committee likes to talk about, it's a clean slate every week, and then they build up the rankings or whatever. Which I don't.
That's
I don't,
BS.
They used to say. I think they actually maybe used to do that like 10 years ago, but not anymore.
No.
But I actually do wipe my slate completely clean. So if I came back next week with a new power rank or college football poll,
So teams could actually jump up and down like 20 spots in 1 week instead of you lose once and you only go down 4 spots and still
It could
behind
be
teams
like
you
if
shouldn't
you if you go idle, you have a decent chance of like falling a little bit. And if you beat a good team, like if Alabama beats Oklahoma this weekend, that would boost them even more versus Ohio State, who's I'm not sure who Ohio State is playing. Do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, I have it here on my notes.
Yeah,
they've got UCLA.
Yeah, so that right there, just because
wasn't that last week? Or was that that's this week?
I think it's this week, isn't it?
Oh, maybe it is this week. Yeah, it's on. It's an NBC game.
Yeah, it's UCLA, UCLA, Rutgers, and at Michigan for their final.
Right.
So it could, like, just looking at that, it could get tired because Alabama would get more credit for beating Oklahoma than Ohio State would for beating UCLA. But you also have to factor in every single other opponent that they played so far this year is also kind of jostling, maybe a little up or a little down, and all that's going to factor in. So that's why I say it's a clean slate every week, which I haven't done this 2 weeks yet. So it would be interesting to do this again next week, plug in all the data of the games that happened this coming up weekend and kind of see what it spits out.
It is still kind of crazy what you did though. Even some of the ones that were like, which one was the biggest difference? Notre Dame? Like 8 or 9 spots or something?
I need to share this doc with you guys. I'll do that later.
Because even most of the ones you did are within 3 or 4, at the most 3 or 4. So it's not like most teams are way out of whack. So
I have a few unranked,
right.
Like Arizona State. I have the computer really likes Arizona State.
Well, Arizona State
17.
They have at least one good win. I looked at them yesterday.
Oh yeah, they beat Texas Tech. That's their only loss. Or
there
Texas Tech's only loss is to Arizona State. So that's a big change, 17 to unranked. But yeah, I would say Notre Dame 18 versus 9 that they have them. That's a big difference. 9 spots. But yeah, I think it's just interesting because like you don't have to be undefeated to be. It's like, you can have one loss and still, depending on how tough your schedule is, be ranked ahead of, like, Texas Tech is ahead of Texas A&M, or Alabama's ahead of Indiana, etc.
So Texas and Texas A&M play each other this year? They brought that back,
yes.
Right? Ooh, that's
Texas and Texas A&M is a conference game. It's an annual conference.
Well, yeah, now that they're
that's the last game of the season. Yeah, Texas has Georgia, Arkansas, and A&M the last 3 games. So we're going to see how good Texas actually is.
Yeah. Wow, that's a gauntlet. Jeez.
So Utah's 3 spots different. BYU is still 5 spots different, but all in all, not too bad. So anyway, this is kind of a fun thing that I threw together.
That was awesome.
That is very cool. I had something in my head for just a minute and completely forgot. I agree with you on Indiana too. They just haven't. They look good. I think they are really good, but they haven't played anybody. I mean, besides Big Ten teams. The same thing I was talking about before. If you haven't played anybody outside of your conference, how good do you really know you are?
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked.
Penn State is dragging some of these Big Ten teams down too, with the fact that they're 0-6 in conference and they're supposed to be a top 5 team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, I remember last year it was weird because I didn't think Penn State. I thought Tennessee was going to beat Penn State, and it wasn't even close. Um, and so some of these matchups, like you were
you mean
talking.
Ohio State? Tennessee played at Columbus, Ohio.
Oh,
in the first round.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Penn State played SMU.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Tennessee, they'll be Ohio State can't be. And then they got killed. And then I'm like, man, Ohio State's that good, huh? And then Penn State looked good too. And I'm like,
Well, and
Well, Ohio State had just lost to Michigan,
yeah,
so that was the lasting memory.
yeah.
Yep.
See, that's especially more with college football than pro. It's these games just seem to be more magnified on what you did the previous week.
yeah.
Versus
Ohio State had the 8 seed. I mean, they went in and won the whole thing with the 8 seed, and Notre
That's
Dame was the
right.
7 seed in the finals. So all 4 teams that had the bye lost in the first round, their first game. None of the top 4 seeds that had a bye won a game last year. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens again. Does it really matter? Does it actually hurt you to be off?
Yeah, they changed the rule this year to where last year you had to win your division or your conference to get a bye. This year you do not. It's just whoever's ranked in the
Oh, they
top
did
4.
change that. Okay.
Is
So-
that the Boise State / Arizona State rule?
Yeah.
Probably. I disagree with it. I think they should have kept the seeds the same, the seeds as the rankings, but still given a bye to the conference winners. But anyway, what you're looking at right now is you have Ohio State, Indiana, who are set to play each other in the Big Ten championship, and then you have Alabama, Texas A&M, who are on pace to play each other in SEC. So, and they're probably not going to penalize anybody for losing those games. So the top 4 are going to be probably the exact same in some order, unless one of these teams loses.
Or somebody gets just blown out or something. Yeah.
Or I mean, look what happened with Florida State when their quarterback got hurt and then they dropped him out.
Yep.
Well, it's like the conference championship games mean literally nothing if this is what happens. And that's one thing I did not like about their decision to go with this, where any top 4 team gets a bye. I don't like that because it could render both of these games completely meaningless, where all 4 teams end up getting a bye anyway, whether they win or lose. They might as well rest players or something.
Yeah.
So
there's the rub.
Yeah. But we'll see if that happens. It probably won't happen. One of these teams is going to lose to somebody probably. We got 3 weeks left.
That's it. Only 3 weeks left, huh?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then we get our.
Then Indiana only has 2 games left. They're already 10-0. So Wisconsin, Purdue. I mean, they should, but you never know with some of those teams. So
It's going to be the time where I'm watching Division III playoffs in the snow because I need something to watch. On
Not
Saturday.
far away from that.
I know. Jeez. I want to mention. I want to pivot right now. We can before we wrap up. We can always hit any college points we want to use. But, big CFL fan. Brett's Edmonton Elks didn't make the playoffs, but they had a nice run. They did have a nice run there.
They had a better year than last year.
Yeah, so they're improving. Winnipeg Blue Bombers, we lose in the semifinals to Montreal as we got the crossover, so we were in the East, and I'm like, oh, maybe you can go on a run. And no, they just had a bad season and lost players to free agency. When you make 5 Grey Cups in a row, I think it's over now. It's sad to say, but hey, 5 Grey Cups, winning 2 of them, not bad. So yeah, Ando's Winnipeg too. But Axel's Saskatchewan Roughriders are in the Grey Cup against the Montreal Alouettes. So that's on CBS Sports this Sunday, actually, around 6:00 Eastern, 3 Pacific. I always love the Grey Cup. I love watching the Grey Cup. I'm glad because they used to show all the playoffs and stuff, and now they don't. And they finally brought the Grey Cup back because I think the last couple of years it wasn't even on. Like CBS Sports will show CFL.
I think didn't they start their own app and you had to subscribe to the app?
Yeah,
I think that's how you.
Plus.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah, well, it's free though. CFL Plus.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, you just got to put it there, but you can watch any game for free. So
Oh, well, that's nice.
kind of, and then there's this awesome guy on YouTube that a few days later drops the CFL games. So it's kind of cool. So
Yeah,
that's how I
cool.
catch some of my Winnipeg games I missed. But I didn't watch a lot of Winnipeg this year. Was just too busy. But the CFL, it's a great league. Great league.
So much football, so little time.
I know. So we'll go around the couch, or I'm sorry, around the love seat, because we live on love seat. And any final college thoughts? And we'll start with you, Bretchwell.
Big game in Athens this weekend with Texas coming into town. Little nervous. On paper, well, we thought it'd be the biggest game of the year. Probably not as big as the Alabama game, but should be a good game. Texas is on a little bit of a roll. Georgia's at home at 8-1, so it's Saturday night, probably on ABC, which I cannot watch on YouTube TV. I might have
Go
to
get
out to
that.
a
Go
bar
get
or
that
something.
antenna. Go get the antenna, Brett. Trust me.
Well, I'll join a tailgate. I'll just join a random tailgate.
Hey,
I think Alabama, Oklahoma is in the afternoon too, isn't it? Big SEC weekend.
Yeah, I think that's 3:30.
see my boy John Mateer.
12:30. Yeah.
That's the one thing. These rankings are going to change like crazy because there's some of these big matchups coming at the end of the season, so it could look a lot different. I mean, besides those top 3 or 4 teams that I think are kind of almost locked in, it could look a lot different. But even the top 4 teams, Alabama could still fall. They got a tough schedule yet.
You talking about my pool or college football pool?
College football, I mean. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, we don't
Your
talk about
playoff pool.
We don't talk about Brett's pools.
yeah. I don't need to talk about. I don't need to mention that. I started strong and dropped like a rock on that bad boy. So, ugh. Oh no, the college one I didn't do though. The mass chaos of that thing.
I got like 13 in 1 week, and it was like, right. And then the upset last week, Washington losing a freaking Wisconsin killed me.
Wow. Yeah.
So I picked like 80 this week. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done in that pool. But my overall record's pretty good. But it was fun. You know, I was gonna slip my wrist, but you know, it was great.
I'll tweak it next year. It's a little too hard.
Yeah, I was too intimidated to even play that one.
You intimidated, Ando? You just go in.
I should have. I should have just done it. I think the real reason was because I was so busy during the time when it started. I'm like, I just don't have another thing to, because I can't half-ass those things. I have to sit there and on the computer for an hour and watching highlight. And I'm like, I know if I do it, I'm gonna more time I don't have right now. So that was my
yeah.
I should have just cornered you in Portland and like made you do it for 20 minutes.
That would have been the way to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of the season.
Well, yeah, and I started. Me and Ken Burns started this documentary called "How Brett's Pools Ruined My Life." It's an 8-part series.
8-part epic. Yes.
8-part epic. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see that.
You know what? For me, with Brett's Pools, is especially the NFL one. I mean, I've won the College Bowl one. I've won the College World Series, and then Brett yanked that after I won that. And I was like, "Thanks, buddy." It was awful in hockey.
That's right. He yanked the Olympic one after I won that too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you had the answers pre.
I had some good.
We both researched the same. You just did better research because I did the same things you did and picked my things and it didn't work out. So I don't know. Maybe I was looking at the 4 years ago. But no, is that I do all these NFL pools. We do the picks against the spread. I'm in those. Just pick the winners and I always do well and I win at least one of them each year and stuff. And Brett's pool, I just cannot get right. It's even now in a survivor pool, I'm still alive in one league. But Brett's picking 2 teams for whatever reason. Brett's got into my bloodstream, my ears, or something, and I'm not doing. I feel I should be doing a lot better, and I'm not, and it bugs the hell out of me.
I feel you.
I couldn't tell that you were bothered by it, Solo.
No one can. I hide it very well.
I think I'm doing better than all you guys. Not by much. I'm like 13
Good for you.
and 5, like 24th or something. But
Yeah.
I tend to do well in this pool. I've never won it. Actually, I did win it the very first year.
Did you?
That was when
and those suckers kept coming back. Yeah.
But not nearly as many people were in it that year.
It was like 3. It was like,
But like I usually do well, but last year I was so bad. Like you're saying, I was like 4-10 through 14 games, like not on purpose. And I just, yeah, it was.
well, I was like,
it's very
I was like
frustrating.
1-4 or 0-4 at one point, and then I did go on a run and started calculating, but it wasn't enough. But
Well,
yeah.
there's the NFL. There's so much parity now that it's so hard to be consistent
I
with
mean,
picks.
the Cowboys losing to Arizona on freaking Monday night, and I picked Atlanta against the Panthers in Carolina, which I didn't realize the Panthers were gonna shut them out. It's just like, and then the freaking anyway, like how and then the Panthers screw me again, and they lose to the Saints at home with the
Just
crappy
stay away from the
Saints.
Panthers.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Jets won for me though this week. I was so happy, but it doesn't mean anything because I lost the other one, so I need to go undefeated. Stupid Brett's pool. But anyway, I love them.
Sometimes
All
you just
right.
have to be happy with a donation solo. That's what I learned.
Yeah, I'm happy just to be a part of it, and I get to make my picks each week, and I
I'm
get a
pretty sure
chance.
Andy has won more than he's paid in.
Oh,
But
I definitely have. There's no question of that because I've won the College Bowl one at least twice, I think, and I finished second
yes,
one other time, I think, on that one.
that sounds right.
The only thing that bothers me about his baseball pool is I did really well this year because it just Brett's pools. It sometimes takes me a couple of years to figure out what the rules are. Um, like the college one, I had to ask him last week about something, but is like it's not the payoff for that baseball one that's excruciating. The payoff's not that great, like compared to the football one and stuff, because you don't have as many people and whatnot. So that's the only thing. So but I still like am into it. I don't care if it's $5 or $100 or $2,000. It's just like, I don't know. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
One of my leagues that's fantasy that's been going on forever is we don't pay, and it's still the one I want to win, probably more than all the other ones put together. Because sometimes the pride
Yeah.
is worth a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm in
the
a
extra money is
yeah.
nice, but
Yeah. I'm in like our baseball league, Ando.
yeah,
That's not for money, but it is so much fun.
it is a
It's just
lot of fun.
awesome.
Yeah,
And
I
I
put a lot
play
of
in
time and
money
effort into that.
leagues. Yeah, and I play in money leagues, but that one I'm always like, because it's kind of like the way the keeper rules are. It's almost like a dynasty league.
Well, and even
So
in that baseball league, you're the only person I've ever met in real life on there. Even over Zoom, the only person I've ever met out of that league, I think. So
yeah.
and I'm still having fun. I mean, I know who some of the people are, but
Well, you've seen Jack and
yeah, Jack and Glenn, obviously,
Glenn,
but
yeah,
I've
but
never
yeah,
talked to
everyone.
them in person. So,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
but it's still just a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It is good. It's a.
Hmm.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we got our 20th year. I can't believe a
Wow. Well,
modern
I
like
think
start. Yeah, we started in '06.
I was going to say, I think this will be my fourth or fifth year already coming up.
Jesus, yeah, that's like Jack. Like I was like, oh, Jack's been in a couple of years. No, he's been in like a decade
Yeah.
plus. Like I was like, I forgot. You know,
I
the
Wow.
think this last year
originals.
was my third year because 2 years ago I didn't do very well. And then last year I think I finished second or third.
And then one year you took over halfway.
Yeah, that was I think that was the first. Or
For yeah, just
oh
to
yeah,
get
you know what? You're right. I did take over, so I think I maybe did two. And I think this might have been my third and a half year. Maybe
yeah. Wow, already. Jeez.
it's crazy, isn't it?
I know it's funny. It's just we're getting older. I mean, Brett's still
Yeah.
calling plays over there at the Sun Bowl, but
That visual, Brett, is
was
great.
it
You just need to keep this
is
all the
Jake
time.
Plummer your quarterback? Oh,
That's good stuff. You know
that
what?
is.
I think we should wrap this up and get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good. So remember, guys, go to dvrpodcast.com for everything DVR Podcasting Network. You can check out our Facebook page and interact with all our 500 plus posse. That's Daily DVR, a TV film broadcast or whatever, podcast or whatever it is on there. And then if you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com/DVR. And for a couple bucks a month, you can get exclusive pods like this one, early, ad-free, etc. And also check out the Star City Murders on Tubi and Amazon Prime. So for Ando, for Brett, I'm Heath Solo. We need to get this love seat cleaned and ready for next week. We'll see you. And don't forget, if you listen to this, we did record it around the couch for week 11, and then talk about 10 as well the previous week. But so go check that out. All right, guys, we'll see you next time around the couch.
Say howdy to your moms for me.
In East